Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here with the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog for North Texas. Today, kitchen remodeling lessons learned. Now, we've all done projects, whether we've done them ourselves or whether we contracted them out or farmed them out to a professional. But we've all done projects, and some of them maybe didn't go exactly according to plan. And so this is maybe a little bit of a primer or lessons learned from a compilation of people about those projects, so that maybe we could all learn from them. So number one, let's plan ahead. Remember, we've got whatever the makeup of your project, whether you're doing it yourself or you've got a contractor, there's a number of things that have to be done. For example, we have to demo the project room. So demolish, when I mean demo, the kitchen, maybe taking cabinets off the wall, maybe removing the island, or maybe pulling up tile, those kinds of things. Maybe removing the molding, that's on the base molding around the floor. Whatever it is, we've got to demo the project room. We've got to haul off and dispose of that debris. So in your particular town or community, you have to figure out where I could take this stuff, whether there's a local dumpster or whether it's just a trash pickup, or got to put it out on the street at the curb. You got to figure that out. But you have to dispose of the debris. The cabinets and whatnot. You have to maybe potentially assemble new cabinets. Okay, you have to scheduling contractors, and you have to apply for a loan and financing. Remember, this has to be staged and all of that. So it'd be good to get like pre-approved. So if your contractors, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but if your contractor is not going to start for, let's say, 3 months, okay, and depending on the type of loan you get, you may be paying interest for 3 months, okay. Now maybe you have to buy cabinets and tile and whatnot, or maybe the contractor needs a fund to kind of pull money from. Maybe that's all true, okay, but you want to also plan the financing, and when you get those funds for the project, you want to plan that so you're not paying interest, but to just have it sit in your bank account, right? Set a budget, be realistic. Okay. So what's your style? Whether you're top of the line or you're frugal or somewhere in the middle, okay, a middle of the road, you don't want to go cheap within that category. Okay. So if you're top of the line, you don't want to go with the cheap top of the line cabinets. If you're frugal, you don't want to go with the cheap frugal cabinets, because at the end of the day, it'll show up. They won't last long enough. They won't look good. They won't look right. And you've spent all of that money on new kitchen cabinets and countertops and etc. And it just won't look right. So set your budget. Try to stick with your budget as much as possible. Okay. But go the high end in terms of quality in your budget, so your project looks great when it's done. Okay. Hire a designer. Now, what a lot of contracts have, a lot of contractors rather have, is they have sort of like this design team, or maybe the contractor themselves, who can say, hey, let's put this over here and let's put this over here. You know, have a concept of what you want, and then talk to the designer. Could even be somebody you hire out and pay, a couple dollars to. It's going to cost you, okay, but in the long run, your project's going to end up looking better. It's going to be more functional, and it's going to be more up to date than than if you didn't hire a designer. Okay, so again, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it'll help you stay in budget. Hire a good contractor. Don't go with the lowest bidder. Believe me, from either my house projects or projects I've done when I was in industry, hiring the lowest bidder never works. Okay, so don't hire the lowest bidder. You get what you pay for. Okay, so make sure that the contractor is licensed, insured, and bonded. Okay, and somebody you could work with potentially for weeks on end. So you're going to want to get to know him. You're going to want to spend some time with him in your house. You're going to want to understand, his work ethic and what he does, and you want to make sure that he's a bit of a perfectionist, just like you are, so that you don't say, oh, that's a little cockeyed. It's okay. No, you don't want that. Okay, you want the perfect project. You want the perfect kitchen when he's all done and he walks out. You want to make sure it's as perfect as it can be, because he's a perfectionist, and you were able to work with him. quality counts, okay? So whether we're talking about kitchen cabinets or countertops or whatever, you want to buy quality stuff, okay? Now, even a place like Seconds and Surplus, okay, they've got great quality plus, they got great quality items there. So don't be afraid, to look there. But you don't want to get like secondhand and blah blah blah, because you're just not going to like it in the long run. Okay, countertops are made of quartz, marble, granite. Those all those kinds of things are in right now. They have a kind of a modern aesthetic look, and the colors, the earth tones and the colors really look fantastic, depending on what color you paint your kitchen. So you want to go with quality items, quality products, and you probably want to get enough of them, for example, so that all the counters of the kitchen look the same, unless you want like an accent island or something like that. So quality items with inside of your budget. I kind of hope that I hope that helped. It was something that we all need to remember every now and then. Next week, kitchen design trends. Good topic compared to the design trends a couple of weeks ago and today's topic. This is Steve DePoe for the Rose Realty team. I'm going to bounce.